lesser women voters in Delhi, and even though they may have voted for Arvind Kejriwal, well, that's a data point. Anand, you've been wanting to say something. Sorry for coming too late.
Not at all. You know, Ravi Shastri used to say, whoever wins or loses, cricket is the winner. Now, in this case, whoever wins or loses, Congress is the loser. No, but I want to make a larger philosophical point out here, if I may. Especially because we seem to have a confirmation bias from the socio-economic strata that we are sitting in. Whoever wins or loses, people are talking about freebies. Now, you know, everyone in this country pays taxes, indirect or direct. People, a large segment of our population, very poor population, pay indirect taxes. Now, if you give money in hand, in their pocket, like every political party has promised, some are delivering, that becomes freebie for everyone, including a lot of us. But if Nirmala Sitharaman cuts the taxes, slashes and says 12 lakhs se niche aapko tax nahi dena padega, nobody is talking that as freebie.
That we've been asking for some relief in
so
taxes.
Is that freebie or is that not freebie?
No, it's my hard-earned money.
Right.
And I need to have it
and
in
your hard-earned money
than in somebody else's pocket.
No, but Navika, your hard-earned money.
Tax dete raho, yaar. You know, I have no problem with Anand Ranganathan paying more taxes.
I'm talking of perspective. There are genuine freebies. There are.
That debate, frankly, we'll have to bury in these elections, because there was a competition on freebies. So freebies as a discussion point and expecting economic rationale to prevail here, Anand Ranganathan, is a debate for another day, because it's really very deep philosophy which had nothing to do with these elections. Nothing. There was no philosophy in these elections. Both sides were playing to win. And in this, as they say, just as in love and war, everything is fair. That's the way it went in these elections. But Ameek Jamai, if Muslims are voting lesser for Congress than even for the BJP, is there a takeaway? Arvind Kejriwal and Akhilesh ji have broken away from the Congress in Delhi. Do you think this is the sign of things to come in UP as well?
देखिए नाविका मैम, सबसे पहली बात तो ये कि जो हमारी ये थोड़ी सी जल्दबाजी है 2024 में, जब हमने यूपी का एग्जिट पोल्स देखे, सभी हमारे बड़े लोग, मैं सबकी बहुत इज्जत करता हूँ, और जो भी एजेंसीज चलाते हैं सब लोग, हम लोग उनको जानते हैं। 70+ आपने एनडीए का बताया था, ऑलमोस्ट सभी लोगों का ये डाटा था, लेकिन हुआ क्या वहाँ पे? 42 सीटें जो हैं कांग्रेस और इंडिया ब्लॉक समाजवादी पार्टी के पास आई, 38 पे निपट गई एनडीए वहाँ पे उत्तर प्रदेश में। मैं सिर्फ इतना कह सकता हूँ कि जो रिजल्ट 8 तारीख को आएगा वो उत्तर प्रदेश की लोकसभा से मिलता जुलता आएगा। माननीय अखिलेश यादव जी, केजरीवाल साहब एक साथ उतरे। हमारा ये मानना था कि जहाँ जहाँ भी आरएसएस बीजेपी का होल्ड है, उन प्रदेशों में हम इंडिया ब्लॉक की उन पार्टीज के साथ अखिलेश यादव जी आइडियोलॉजिकली खड़े होंगे। धर्मेंद्र यादव जी हमारे मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, इकरा हसन, खुद मेरा, हम तीनों लोगों का डेपुटेशन था, और मैंने इन 15 दिनों में जंगपुरा विधानसभा पे मेरा फुल टाइम था। और हमने जो दिल्ली में देखा, इकरा जहाँ पे गई, धर्मेंद्र यादव जी जहाँ जहाँ गए, महिलाएं जो हैं वो, उनकी जो जिंदगियां हैं वो कैसे इफेक्ट करती हैं, मैं 30 सेकंड में आपकी बात कहना चाहूंगा।
आपने जंगपुरा की बात की, तो मैं जंगपुरा के कैंडिडेट हैं कांग्रेस पार्टी के, फरहाद सूरी जी, जंगपुरा के।
आपसे बात
वी जस्ट लॉस्ट दैट कनेक्शन।
देखिए, अगर हम, तो मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि जो खवातीन हैं, औरतें हैं, उनका ये कहना है कि 3000 बिल आती थी, बिजली का बिल 200 से 300 रुपया, 400 रुपया आ रहा है, पानी हमें लगता नहीं है। जो इकोनॉमिक डिस्ट्रेस पूरे देश में है, और जो गरीबी, जो भुखमरी, जो एक बड़े समाज में जिसको इम्पैक्ट किया है 14 के ऑनवर्ड्स, जो नरेंद्र मोदी की पॉलिसी पूरे देश में, जो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का जो पूरा इशू है, इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में उन्हें ये लगा कि कोई उनके साथ खड़ा है, केजरीवाल जी जैसा आदमी, मनीष सिसोदिया जैसा आदमी। देखिए, ठीक है, हम तो, हमारे बच्चे डीपीएस में पढ़ रहे होंगे, बड़े स्कूलों में होंगे। 80% जो दिल्ली के बच्चे हैं वो एमसीडी के स्कूलों में जाते हैं, हमारे गवर्नमेंट स्कूलों में जाते हैं। अगर उनको जिंदगियों में कोई बेहतरी केजरीवाल जी की तरफ से आई है, तो आप ये देखिए कि आपने कहा कि मैं इस आपके पोल में 48% औरतें जो हैं आम आदमी पार्टी के साथ दिख रही हैं, बीजेपी से ज्यादा। और जो पुरुष हैं 43%, वो 39% इनके साथ हैं आम आदमी पार्टी के साथ। तो जो औरतें हैं, विशेषकर औरतें, और जो 80% जो मुझे दिखा है, चाहे वो गरीब हों, स्टूडेंट हों, छात्र हों, ये इनका रुझान ये है कि केजरीवाल जी हैं जिन्होंने उनकी जिंदगियों को आसान बनाया है। आप फ्रीबीज कह के उन पे तोहमत लगा सकते हैं, उनको गाली दे सकते हैं, बट उनका ये कहना है कि भैया जब बड़े बड़े जो देश के बड़का लोग हैं, हजारों हजार करोड़ का जब ये प्रधानमंत्री हमारे देश के उनको टैक्स में रिबेट देते हैं, उनके जरिए पैसे आते हैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी को, तब किसी को नहीं दिखता कि कई हजार करोड़ रुपए कहां से आते। लेकिन जब थोड़ा सा केजरीवाल जी ने गरीबों को क्या डाल दिया, 2.5 साल से तो केजरीवाल जी जेल में है, मनीष सिसोदिया जेल में है, आपने चले नहीं दिया दिल्ली को।
2.5 साल नहीं गए भैया, आप ज्यादा
2.5 साल के
अक्षय
2.5 साल के रेल में आपने जेल में डाला हुआ, 2.5 साल के बीच में आपने सरकार 1.5 साल पहले आया, 1.5 साल पहले पास आया। तो मेरा ये सिर्फ ये कहना, देखिए मैं आनंद जी आपका रिस्पेक्ट करता हूं, मेरा ये कहना कुछ ऐसा कहो कि 8 तारीख को दोबारा निगाहों में निगाहें मोहब्बत से मिला के बातें
वो हम करेंगे। अमीक जमाई जी, इस बात की गारंटी मैं आपको देती हूं, क्योंकि हर चुनाव में हम निगाहों में निगाहें डाल के बहुत मोहब्बत से मिलेंगे। हमारे बीच में कोई जंग नहीं है, हम इलेक्शन के रिजल्ट एज एनालिस्ट देखते हैं और दूसरों के पोल के रिजल्ट की हम बात करते हैं, तो हमारे बीच में कोई भी लड़ाई या कोई भी मतभेद होने का कोई सवाल नहीं उठता। वी आर एनालाइजिंग व्हाट इज ऑन द बोर्ड। बट आनंद रंगनाथन, व्हाट्स योर
इतने अजीज दोस्त हैं और पर ज्यादा भी आपसे निगाहें मिलाना नहीं चाहता, कुछ गड़बड़ ना हो जाए। मैं आपसे एक चीज बस ये कहना चाहूंगा, ये जो आपने फैलेसी फैला रहे हैं ना कि फ्री कोट अनकोट फ्रीबीज, अभी मैंने आपको डेफिनेशन में बताया कि ये सिर्फ केजरीवाल फैला रहे हैं। ये केजरीवाल के भी दादा है नरेंद्र मोदी, जिन्होंने ये कोट अनकोट फ्रीबीज दी हैं। 110 मिलियन टॉयलेट्स ऐसे ही नहीं बन गए, 100 मिलियन टैप वाटर कनेक्शन, इंटरप्ट मत करिए, उज्ज्वला 100 मिलियन गैस कनेक्शन ऐसे नहीं। सो एक बार मैंने आपको डिस्टर्ब नहीं किया, ये अनफेयर। तो ये कहना कि गरीबों की मदद सिर्फ केजरीवाल ने करी है, गरीबों की मदद जो है मोदी ने 10 टाइम ज्यादा करी है। So this is not a game of who is playing freebie, who is not. When we talk of welfare, let's draw a line between what is welfare, what is freebie. I can give you that definition. But when you talk of freebie, as you are talking, Narendra Modi has given 10 times more welfare than Kejriwal.
That's absolutely a point of debate. But let me get in Akshay Marathe. And Akshay Marathe, my proposition to you is, when we talk about the women vote, women as a percentage of the voting population in Delhi is lower. Even Matrise is showing that more women voted for the Aam Aadmi Party, but more men have voted for the BJP. And could that upset the bandwagon as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned? It's a data point that I want your response on.
Navika ji, I think it is inaccurate to just look at the number of voters of men and women. It is important to see how much is the turnout among these two classes. Have women turned out in larger numbers than men? If that is the case, then despite having more men voters in totality, Aam Aadmi Party will still get a higher vote share in Delhi. So it's important to look at the voter turnout figures. It's a bit premature to comment on that. So let's wait for the final figures to come. I want to just make one point about why women are voting for Aam Aadmi Party. It's because in an average household, it is the woman that takes care of the child's education. It is the woman that takes care of the child's healthcare needs. And in fact, before the Mohalla clinics and free healthcare existed in Delhi, oftentimes women would not even feel comfortable to prioritize their own healthcare, and they would say कि छोड़ो ना, मैं घर रह जाती हूँ, I'll take rest for 2-3 days and I'll be fine. But because of the Aam Aadmi Party's investment in education and healthcare, it is the women of Delhi who have felt a material difference in their lives. And I want to just say one thing, Navika ji, the income tax payer class of Delhi, it is not just that they have got tax relief from the central government, they also get a significant market-based subsidy from Zomato, Swiggy, Blinkit, where they pay very low wages to their workers and deliver free services like groceries. They will deliver all kinds of things within 10 minutes. And those workers who are getting low wages are actually being benefited by the Aam Aadmi Party's welfare policies. So it is not true that the income tax payers are getting everything.
Even if I believe all that you are saying is true, the fact is it should have been captured by some of the pollsters, if not all. Why haven't they? Well, Sanjay Jha and Danish Qureshi also joining the broadcast. And Sanjay Jha, for once I want to know from you, the Congress getting 0 to 1 votes may have got a little more voting percentage, but do you think seriously the Congress would have cut into the Aam Aadmi Party's vote? And do you think the advantage the BJP is seeing today is because the so-called India alliance did not fight together, or is this just anti-incumbency and a vote against Arvind Kejriwal? How do you see these results?
Well, Navika, frankly, Akshay Marathe has a reason to not get too flustered, even if all exit polls seem to indicate a direction in favor of the BJP. And I'll tell you why there is a logic behind that. Number one, if you look at the vote percentages between AAP and BJP, they're pretty close. So if it was to flip from one to the other, you are basically talking about Aam Aadmi Party being in the BJP's position where the seats are concerned. Number two, you're highlighting three critical factors that played a role in the voter choice. Unemployment, inflation, and corruption are roughly around 66%. If that is the case, then that cannot be entirely a state government's attributed fault line. I think that is more, in fact, in my opinion, a central government's failure, because inflation, unemployment are more determined by policy changes at the national level. I agree that corruption can be on all sides, but I don't think that entire allegation against the Aam Aadmi Party really stuck. Which brings me to the third point.
Please check with Rahul Gandhi. Please check with Rahul Gandhi. Throughout the campaign, he literally targeted Arvind Kejriwal, whether it was for Sheesh Mahal, whether it was for the Sharab Ghotala, Sanjay Jha. If you don't have faith in Rahul Gandhi and this is the way to display it, it's another matter. But then why was Rahul Gandhi saying what he was saying, Tushar?
Navika, let's not be frivolous here. Let me finish my...
Look, you think I'm being frivolous? I'm questioning you on the facts.
Look, Rahul Gandhi's campaign has been effective in Delhi. The party is making progress from 0 to at least 1 seat, so I call it success. But Navika, are these numbers possible? BJP in 2020 had 43 seats where their vote share was more than 38%. So if the BJP had to win in 2025, these were the seats they had to capitalize on. What would have worked for them? Congress cutting through that, the anti-incumbency, the anger against AAP, the voters flipping. Remember, it's an average percentage point difference of 11 or 12 in most of these 43 seats. So even if half of the voters have flipped towards the BJP because of the anti-incumbency, that's the job done for the BJP. But I would want all these pollsters to revise their vote share projections. I think the BJP's vote share should be touching 48 to 50% because the Congress's seat projections indicate they are not getting to double digits this time. So the BJP's vote share needs an upward revision. The rise in BJP's vote share has to be greater than the fall in Aam Aadmi Party's vote share compared to 2020 in percentage point. And that is where these numbers truly make sense. And for those who are saying exit polls 2024 में गलत थे, भाई सरकार तो फिर भी भाजपा की बनी थी.
चारू प्रज्ञा
Navika ji, now every single thing that Aam Aadmi Party has spoken of, they are at a situation where they can't back it up. So, the former Education Minister Manish Sisodia sends his children to Canada to study. So, what's your education model? Raghav Chadha goes to London to get his eyes checked. So, what is your education model? You are talking about making more money for Delhi, but the records show that Delhi has never been in such a financial mess ever. Even profit-making departments are incurring loss after loss, so much so that they have to go and borrow. So, from everything to making promises about मैं यमुना जी में डुबकी लूंगा अगली बार, but Yamuna ji not able to get any cleaner, from making sure that they are talking about ek par ek daru free, but not being able to deliver to such an extent that overhead wires have even not been cleaned out. People have died by drowning in Delhi, and this is the capital of our country. All that blame lies squarely on Aam Aadmi Party, and I think that is a big reason why the voters have turned towards Bharatiya Janata Party. When we promise something, we deliver on it. Every single policy of Modi Sarkar has worked. Every welfare scheme has reached people on the ground, and that's why it gives hope to people. In Delhi, what is the situation? You talk about Mahila Samman, but you were not able to give Samman to the Mahila in Punjab, even though you made similar promises there. In fact, even in Delhi, your own departments are speaking out against you, taking out advertisements in newspapers against you, saying that you've not promised anything like that. That doesn't exist on paper. So I think all in all, when we are talking of numbers today, when we are discussing numbers, let's remember that even in last elections, BJP's vote share was not much lower. We've had a very solid backing in the state of Delhi, and that has remained here constantly. But this time,
I want to just look at the seriousness with which and Shekhar Iyer, thank you for joining this broadcast. I want to look at the seriousness with which the BJP actually contests election.
Yeah,
the campaign is over, whoever has done and promised, the votes are in the EVM. The EVMs are now on their way to being locked in the counting centers. So I don't know, exit polls, right, wrong, well, the jury is out on that. But Shekhar Iyer, just look at the manner in which Amit Shah, a leader like him has campaigned in Delhi. 18 programs, 12 rallies, 4 road shows, from Jhuggi Bastis, going to various Vidhan Sabhas, the Prime Minister addressing 4 rallies, the manner in which Rahul Gandhi 8 rallies compared to Amit Shah's 18. They don't really play to lose. They play as if their life depends on it. Does the Congress do that? Does the Aam Aadmi Party do that? Yes, Aam Aadmi Party actually does, but Congress never does. No. So, what does that tell you?
No, Navika, this time, do not forget, the BJP brought in the Modi guarantee for Delhi. This is something they have not done before. They said if you are voting for BJP and for its promises, Modi is behind it. This is something they have done elsewhere. But first time I saw them do it very seriously in Delhi. Now, as for the Congress could have fought this election better. Can the Congress average worker forgive Rahul Gandhi, who was missing in action from January 14th to 28th? A fortnight in Delhi's campaign, he was nowhere. Maybe he was ill, he was not well. There may be personal reasons. But the fact that the top is away, if at all Congress wins seat anywhere, 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, it would go to the average Congress worker who was very upset with his party for the parliamentary alliance with the Aam Aadmi Party. I mean, there were seats they could have won, and this time, if at all credit goes to Congress, it would go to Sandeep Dixit, who was a one-man army
fighting out there, and Abhishek Dutt. 2 very serious contenders from the Congress party, both of them literally fighting for this. I'll come back to you, but Danish Qureshi also in the fray, because AIMIM this time fielded candidates, picked up those accused in the Delhi riots as their faces in Delhi. Danish Qureshi, if this is the manner in which the polls are predicting results of Delhi to be, what do you think has gone wrong with the Aam Aadmi Party? What do you think has worked for the BJP? Or will you be one of those cynics who will say, हम तो मानते ही नहीं exit poll?
देखिए, मैं तो इतना ही कहूंगा नाविका जी कि इस पूरे एग्जिट पोल में वोट कटवा कौन है, ये अब सबको बताना पड़ेगा। ये कांग्रेस को भी बताना पड़ेगा। लोकसभा के इलेक्शन के वक्त अलग था, अब अलग है, और आगे जाके क्या होगा वो भी देखना पड़ेगा। बैरिस्टर सदुद्दीन ओवैसी साहब 2 सीटों पर लड़ रहे थे, बाकी की 68 सीटों पर अरविंद केजरीवाल फुल फ्लैज में आ रहे हैं, ये हम मान के चले, या तो फिर कांग्रेस आ रही है, ये हम मान के चले। तो आप देखिए कि चुनाव के पहले लोकसभा में जब हम देख रहे थे तब की परिस्थितियां अलग थी कि भाई तब तो एक साथ में थे। अब ये दिल्ली का चुनाव का रिजल्ट 8 तारीख को आ जाए, 8 तारीख के रिजल्ट के बाद ये जो अलायंस है ये कंटिन्यू रहेगा या नहीं रहेगा, और अगर ये अलायंस कंटिन्यू रहेगा तो फिर उन लोगों का क्या जिनकी बदौलत इनके वोट कट रहे हैं, चाहे कांग्रेस ने काटे हो चाहे आम आदमी पार्टी की सीटें कटी हो, लेकिन फिर भी एलिगेशंस और आरोप जो है वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ बैरिस्टर साहब पे लगेंगे। तो मुझे ये लगता है कि अब इसमें से बाहर निकलने की जरूरत है।
ये छोटा सा डिटेल नविका, क्योंकि हम ज्यादातर कॉन्टेस्ट भाजपा और आप के बीच में दिखा रहे हैं, ये मजे का एक ट्विस्ट है कि एआईएम वाले कह रहे हैं कि वोट कटवा में कंपटीशन है, वो है कि कांग्रेस है। तो जस्ट अ लाइटर नोट, वो कह रहे हैं वोट कटवा कौन था, क्योंकि इफ दिस एग्जिट पोल्स
Sanjay Jha, do you want to respond to that, because that is what it boils down to in an election of this kind, the AIMIM pointing fingers at the Congress party.
No, that is all right. I think what is the truth, Navika? The truth is that both Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress had no choice but to go hammer and tongs at each other. And there's a reason behind that. The Congress has a right to its resurrection in Delhi. And the Aam Aadmi Party had the right to defend its very extraordinary performance of the past. And if they had allied in this election, then I would have forecasted without even moving from Mumbai that this would have been a BJP sweep in a historical size. So the truth is this, that both Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress are part of the
If both of you had got your votes together, how would it have been a BJP, how would it have been a BJP sweep? Please explain to me this econometric model.
I'll explain that to you. The BJP's entire campaign would have been that both these parties, corrupt and incompetent and basically playing all kinds of below the radar politics, national, they would have polarized the election even more. That's a fact. I'm telling you, if the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress had come together, the results would have been more strongly in favor of the BJP in vote share.
Akshay Marathe.